Greetings, everybody, my family of light. Welcome to this Lunar Vibe session with your intuitive guide and energy healer, Amina Hextol Suma. And I wanted to go over really quickly with you guys, as I always do, what new moons mean for us. Pretty much, the new moon is bringing in a new energy. Therefore, it is a great time for you to focus on new starts, fresh beginnings, and things of that nature. Now, the sign of Leo. Leo is the house of pleasure. Uh, focuses usually on childlike energy. So Leo is about doing the things that are fun for you, your creative energy, playing games, leisure time, recreational activities, having fun with children. This is the energy of Leo. So, when we have a new moon in Leo, it is about new beginnings that allow you to reclaim your power with passion and pleasure. Because a lot of times we give away that energy when we focus on grinding and the struggle, you know? And what we want to focus on at this time is fun and flow. Fun and flow. Now, how this new moon energy is going to affect this family of light specifically. Well, what I'm getting is that many of you are going to find you're being pushed to focus on what it is you truly love to do. What is fun for you? We just had a full moon in Capricorn, which is about your ambitions, your goals, your career, shining a light on where it needs changes and upgrades and promotions and raises and stuff. Well, now it's time for you to start your new project, job, hobby, whatever it is that was revealed to you during the full moon. Maybe it was revealed to you that your current line of work doesn't match your values now. Maybe it was revealed to you that you'd be happier doing something else, but you're doing what you're doing now just to make ends meet. Maybe it was revealed to you that you're staying in a relationship or a living situation out of familiarity. And it's time for you to reclaim your power, connect to what you're passionate about, connect to what brings you pleasure, and start making that your ritual, your self-care routine, your whatever it is. But there is a need now for you to begin to step into alignment with the things that bring you joy and pleasure, because that is how you will attract an abundance. So now I want to give you 5 tips for harnessing the energy of this moon with a little bit more clarity. So 1, this is a good time to launch new projects that are fun and that you're passionate about. Okay? If there's anything you've been procrastinating on, you know you love to do it, you're passionate about it, you're excited about it, but you're not doing it. Why? Out of certain fears that you carry? This new moon is letting you know, launch now. Okay? If it's something new, it should be beginning around this new moon or within the next 5 days after it. You should be launching it, putting it out there, for people to see. Number 2, do something in a fresh new way, your way. So that, for example, what I'm saying is say you do something that a lot of people do, but when you do it, you don't do it the way the masses do it. Now is the time for you to introduce this fresh new way, okay? It could be how you raise your kids. It could be how you teach. It could be simply how you walk down the street. I don't walk like this, I walk like that because this way grounds me more, connects me to the planet. Whatever the case may be, now is the time to do something, even if it's something that has been done before, but to do it in a way that has never been done before. Your way. Okay? And don't care what anybody has to say about it. You're being guided by spirit. Number 3, go towards everything you fear. Everything you fear. Okay? Because this time around, you're going to get new, better results. Things that cause fear are usually based on something that happened in the past that conditioned your inner child or that inner voice to protect you from it. Even if you didn't go through the exact thing, anything that reminds that inner child of a certain experience that was frightening is going to trigger that fear in you again. So it could be something as simple as being embarrassed in front of your class as a child, and now as an adult, you're being moved to be a public speaker. But there's a huge fear behind it, even though it's your passion, because your inner child still remembers that embarrassment when you were a child. So now is the time to heal those fears. And the only way to heal a fear is to go towards it. Number 4, be open to recognition and critique at this time. You are meant to use these things to improve yourself. So if you're someone who doesn't do well with compliments and people telling you how great you are, get ready because you're going to be getting a lot of that. You may even get people asking you, how do you do what you do? And at the same time, you might get a lot of critiques. People trying to tell you how to do what you do better or differently. What the energy of this new moon is saying is just to be open to hear what people have to say at this time. Because as you're stepping into a new energy, it's always great to see where you can improve. And through people recognizing your greatness, and then some people feeling like you can fine tune in some areas, it's going to give you the tools you need to be better. And lastly, number 5, take care of the heart, blood circulation, and pressure at this time. Cut down on bad fats, fatty foods, and try to incorporate exercise in some way daily for the next 4 weeks from this new moon. It's going to be very important because this is going to be what either makes or breaks your shift into a life of wellness or into a life where you're going to be constantly taking meds. All right. So please make sure, cut down on fatty foods for 4 weeks. It's not that difficult. I had to do it when they told me my cholesterol was a little high. No beefs. Try to cut down on beef, if you can. No pork. Salmon, avocado, things like that are really good for you and will replace those fats or with healthier fats. And then exercising will keep your blood circulating and keep your pressure steady, because when you are exercising, when you're dancing, when you're moving, working out, you're focused on that, and your mind doesn't have room for you to stress or worry. Okay? So that is the 5 tips for harnessing the energy of this new moon in Leo. And I will be back with the new moon in Leo Pick a Pal reading. Hey, welcome to the Pick a Card portion of today's session. I would say celebrating this new moon in Leo energy, because I welcome it. I welcome this energy. I need more play. I need more passion. I need more pleasure. I need more fun, recreational time. You know what I'm saying? So open up to embrace that, because I feel like a lot of us here, we feel guilty if we're enjoying ourselves too much, or we worry about funds too much and responsibilities. And there's a need to kind of let your hair down a little bit, I'm hearing now. And that's just for the collective. That was just something that was just coming into me. And for many of you, any creative hits or creative endeavors that really activate your passion or are connected to your passion, this is the time to go for it, to do it, to make that happen. So, with that said, let me get into your pick a card read. You're choosing these piles according to the top card as well as the crystal. I'm actually using a new deck I just got. It's Black Moon Lilith. That's the card you'll be choosing from. And I'm pretty much just going to channel, but if at any point any of the cards pull me to go into the book, then I'll look inside the book. For your top card, most likely I will go into the book, because this is your not looking at the right page in my book. Oh, wait a minute. So this top card, I believe, I'm looking at my notebook how I wrote this down like chicken scratch. But this top card is a part of the first question that I asked. Ah, so I see. Okay. All right. Let me clear the spaces. Energy. Yeah, we've been doing work already. I know y'all been listening about this moon, taking notes about, the ways to harness the energy better. Um, Even doing a little movement and breath work. But because I'm shifting into the vibration of tapping into my intuition, and connecting to your guides, I just want to, welcome in this energy, because it's not the same as the energy of the other parts of today's session. So, as I do this, just take one big deep breath in. Okay, take a breath in through your mouth. And slowly exhale. Okay. Glad I did that. And actually, I felt the energy shift. So let's get into the pile selection. Pile number 1 is represented by this dragon bloodstone crystal kitty. Now, sorry. And the card Black Moon Lilith in Taurus. And the card says you are worthy. Pile 2, you have Moonstone Crystal. And Black Moon Lilith in Aries, my sun sign. And it says, lead your life. Okay. And pile 3, you have this quartz crystal pyramid. And Adam, dark divine father of creation. So what I really want you guys to do is to focus on either the title, Black Moon Lilith in Taurus, Black Moon Lilith in Aries, or Adam. You could also allow yourself to be drawn to the actual pictures or drawn to the crystals, whatever calls to you, even if it's the number 1, 2, or 3. Okay? Whatever calls to you, allow yourself to be guided at this time to the pile that's meant for you. All right? And I'll be right back with pile number 1. Pile 1. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because it took me a minute to get to a reading because I was looking for my reading glasses. Y'all can guess where they were. Take a wild guess in the comments. And I'm not going to say where they were, but the first person to guess correctly, I'll pull a card for you randomly on my next upload. I'll say your name and I will pull you a card. So that means you just got to look for the upload after this one to find out if you got it right. But yeah. I found them in a place that you would be like, are you kidding? So anyway, welcome to your your pal. That's why I was laughing, because I was like, are you kidding? You were drawn to this bloodstone, dragon bloodstone. You're very powerful. Like, very powerful. In fact, they're directing me like to the word powerful in caps and bold lettering. I do feel that you're going through something where you're starting to connect to your higher self. That's what this is letting me know. You're starting to really realize what is not in alignment with you and what is. And maybe you realized that for a while, but I feel like now you're doing something about it. You're like, this ain't working, bye. This is not fitting me, bye. And it makes sense for this dragon bloodstone to be with this card. And I really put them together because they had similar colors in them. But you are worthy. I feel like you're just realizing. And I still feel like sometimes maybe you struggle with that, realizing your worth. But the House of Taurus is all about value, gain, money, and self-worth. So I can already tell you that if you're struggling financially, if you're struggling when it comes to your confidence or self-esteem or relationships, feeling like you're underappreciated, undervalued, it's because you are not standing in your true worth. And I feel like for this group here, your abundance is going to increase when you realize how worthy you really are, how powerful you really are, how effective your energy is on everything and anyone that comes in contact with you. So this is your primary card. At the end of this read, please, Lord, don't let me forget, I'm going to read you a passage from the book for this card. Oh, this stand is crooked. I don't like it. I don't like it. We're going to switch it. Yeah, that one's like leaning to the side. That's better. Dag, you know, y'all, I had pulled cards recently and I came up as a perfectionist, which I don't see. But now in little ways, I see it. Okay. You know what? I'm looking now at my book. Pal 1, y'all, you know, if you choose Pal 1, you're the guinea pigs of my pick a pal because it means I haven't done it with any of the other people yet. But the top card, I believe, was supposed to have been the advice card, but I don't have it written here. So I'll read it last. It will be your advice. All right? And I just got to remember that for the other groups. So the first thing I asked is, what part of yourself needs to be seen now that you've buried? This, I feel like, is going to point you right in the direction of why you sell yourself short or why other people undervalue you. It's because there are aspects of yourself that you've buried. Now, let me see. We have Black Moon Lilith in Libra. You deserve balance. I do feel that they said shut up and put all the cards out first. All right, let me lay them all out. I'm sorry. As soon as I'm getting intuitive hits, I start wanting to run my mouth. All right, Black Moon Lilith in Capricorn, elevated status. Mercury, communication and truth. Adama, Mother Earth. You got some deep cards. Pile one. I'll be honest, this was the pile I chose. I don't know if I'm going to tell the other pals that, but yeah. If you're here at pile one, I also am here with you. So let's see. What part of yourself or myself needs to be seen now that I've buried? Well, there are a couple of aspects they're saying. There's not just like one aspect of yourself you've buried. What I'm hearing is you've dealt with a lot of injustices in the past. You've dealt with a lot of moments and times where you did feel worthy, but you didn't feel that you got your just due. And they're letting you know that you do deserve justice. You deserve to get back what you put into something. But I think there's a part of yourself you've been suppressing. You feel, I think you've come to the point of feeling like, okay, I'm never going to get fairly treated, or I'm always going to get overlooked, or they're always going to lean towards people who are more aggressive, and it's always going to be like this, in a way that makes you accept that perhaps you're not as valuable as others. And I feel like not only do you deserve balance in your life, like in regards to a balance of give and take and reciprocated energy, but I do feel like you also need a balance when it comes to work and play, as well. So you need to show the aspect of yourself that is not just all work. Let that playful side come to the surface. Um, and let it come to the surface, the injustices you've experienced. I feel like you suppress them. I feel like you're somebody that might be on Facebook. I'm like seeing you on Facebook scrolling and maybe seeing people in your family or friends or coworkers that you don't feel are worthy, but they're getting opportunities, or they're going places, or they're doing things, and it's just stuff that you feel like this, you deserve as well, or more than them. That the issue is that they are probably more in alignment with it because of whatever happened to you in the past that just made you feel like things just aren't going to go fairly for me. It's like that's what's in the way of balance coming in. Now, you're meant to be seen, pal ones. Like elevated status. The first thing I felt was that there are a lot of people who look up to you. Maybe you inspire people, you motivate them, you comfort them, whatever it is. There's many people who hold you on a higher pedestal. And that may come with a lot of pressure. I feel like sometimes you might not want the elevated status because you don't want the responsibilities or the pressure to maintain that status, if that makes sense. So you may suppress your leadership qualities. You may suppress that you are probably more experienced or more knowledgeable about something than you let on. It's time now for you to step into position, and you're meant to be someone who is revered and looked up to and listened to, especially with communication and truth. You got the planet of Mercury coming through. So there are things you're not saying. There are truths you're not speaking that you suppress. Now, I am getting from this pile that maybe your line of work, or as a parent, you're required to communicate truths. But with it being here as the part of yourself that's been suppressed, that needs to be seen now, it's letting me know that there are things you held in, things you don't say, things that you are like, I ain't going to say that. And it's not a lie. It's just that you're not coming with your full truth. And it's time. It's time for you to stand up. I think some of you are meant to be speakers, teachers, spoken word artists, writers, even dance. I'm hearing like any form of communication, of communicating a truth or an idea. And we have Mother Earth here. You're a nurturer, but you also need nurturing as well. And I think there is a feminine aspect of your emotional, like your emotions or whatever, that I feel like you've suppressed. I think at this time your growth needs to be seen. I feel like you've put in a lot of self-work, and you have spirit guides that have been with you. However, I feel like this mama energy, this divine feminine energy, and also this vulnerability, this need to be nurtured, and not seen so much as this hard rock. I think you need to let a softer side of yourself surface now. Maybe you've suppressed it because you've been told it was a weakness, or you just felt that from the environments you've been in and the people you've dealt with. But it's time for you to allow that to surface. Power. All right. So where in your life is passion and fun needed right now? The tarot for that. We have the Nine of Wands. Period. You need passion and fun. With the Nine of Batons, the Nine of Wands, you've just been working, Power Ones, and looking for results that you don't feel like you're seeing, or a reciprocation of that energy that you don't feel like you're getting back. You've just been working. We have the Ten of Wands. This is just heavy burdens and responsibilities. Your entire life right now is in need of some passion and fun. And it does look like, with it being wands, that the work you're doing is around things you're passionate about. It could actually be a hobby, a career. It could actually be your kids and a family. But it's very burdensome. It's very overwhelming. And it's something that you don't feel like you get any kind of gratitude for, or appreciation, or nothing. We have the Seven of Swords. The Devil reversed. And the Page of Wands. Your entire life is screaming for fun. This just looks like work. My pound number one is working. Like, that's all I'm seeing. I feel like you've dealt with a lot of adversaries too that you might not have seen coming. You might not have knew were in the way secretly of you having more passion or fun in your life. There's like some kind of sneaky, behind the scenes, underhanded energy there. Sorry, I'm sipping some tea. With the Devil reverse, it's like you're freeing yourself from this energy here. Maybe you had somebody that was secretly hating on you, secretly not wanting to see you go forward, trying to stay in your energy, trying to hold you back, wanting to be the big fish, you know, because they felt like with your energy here, you would be eating the fish. So it's like there's somebody, you know them, or I feel like you know the person, but you didn't see it coming, or you don't see it coming. There does look like some sneakiness, but it's reversed, so it feels like you're leaving this energy behind and going after your passion. So I do see you needing to chill when it comes to work for a little bit. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're a single parent, but whatever it is that you're doing is too much. It feels like overwhelmed. It feels like you're going to be overwhelmed. And then behind the scenes, you had people that wanted to sabotage you anyway. All the hard work you're doing, you had sabotagers here that, like, it feels like obsessing over you, following you, trying to see what you're doing. That's for some of you. For others of you, you had somebody secretly watching you because they felt like you were sneaky, or they wanted to know what you were up to and what you're doing. Maybe they were thinking you were having more fun and passion than you really were. Yeah, this group here, you may be having a sex drought, or just not interested in sex right now, or because with the devil reverse, I'm feeling like though you may have desires, I don't see them being satisfied or happening. That may be for some of you and not all. But with the Page of Wands finishing it out, it lets me know that you're realizing where you need some fun and passion in your life, because you got work. Like, come on. Work and more work. Here, you finally have a wand that has grown and sprouted a flower and leaves. It lets me know that there's something you are passionate about, something you have been working on that is going to bear fruit. It's going to open the doors of opportunity for you. But you do have to find a way to balance work and play. That's what I'm hearing for you guys, like really loud. All right. So let's see the moves or changes that are needed or that are coming in for you in the next 5 days. I'm going to use my Moonology cards for this. So what moves or changes are needed or are coming in now for my Power One? I don't know what that was about. Somebody just knocked on my door. Trying to see if I had children here that want to attend Bible school for the summer. Honestly, I don't think that's anything relevant to you guys, but it might be, because what I'm hearing is some of you, if your burden or responsibility revolves around kids, your children specifically, you need to find some summer activity for them so you can get a break. Okay? All right, let's get back into where I was. Moves or changes needed and or coming in the next 5 days. So you have new moon in Taurus and got the black moon Lilith in Taurus. Ain't that crazy? And this is a new moon reading. It's in Leo, but so this is really, it says prosperity lies ahead. Next 5 days from when you're watching this, there's some kind of increase in your income. And I feel like it starts from this thing you are very passionate about here. You took took a lot of time and care with it to make sure that it grew and it bore fruit for you. Wow. I like where this reading's going. we have a look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So that might be a change that is needed in the next 5 days. Being able to see everything from a higher place. Like certain things happen and you need to look at it from a wider lens to understand why. And I think that's a part of assisting you with healing from the traumas that you've dealt with. Because I do feel like this power here, you've dealt with a lot of funny style people. I almost get that with the mirror and the person behind the mirror, and then the Seven of Swords with sneaky energy. And it just gives me a vibe that there's been a lot of issues with sneaky people liking to do things behind your back. And I also think you've dealt a lot with repercussions of being honest. Not everybody can handle that. But they want you to look at the bigger picture of things to understand why certain things happened and had to happen so that this prosperity could come in, this elevated status could come in, because you would not know your worth. You would not even know you're worthy of that status or level if you hadn't gone through the experiences that you went through. So let's see what else we got. I'm just hearing like, don't allow yourself to sit in the past because this is new energy right now. Okay. If only the guy asking me to send my kids to Bible study for the summer knew I was in here doing readings and talking to my ancestors. He probably would have been like, oh my God. Because, only people have deemed only certain people to be able to do that. They don't realize we all have the gift if you tap in. But we need leaders and teachers to show us the way. All right, keep it moving. So, moves or changes needed are coming in the next 5 days. We have courage, blood moon. I feel like in the next 5 days, you're going to be moved to do something that you were afraid of doing at one point. I feel like you're getting a boost when it comes to the courage necessary to align with something that is meant for you. It does feel like it's something you have to do alone initially, and it might have something to do with communicating, because I keep hearing like standing in your truth, speaking your truth, and not caring who doesn't like it. Having the courage to stand in your truth, even if it means standing alone. Because even if you feel like you're alone, you're not. You always have spirit. You always have a guide. You always have somebody with you, my ones. Okay? Or somebody's. Okay? You have moon magic transformation. Next 5 days, your life's about to change. Like in the next 5 days, a huge change. And I feel like it's going to be because you finally know you're worthy of prosperity, wealth, recognition, and all the other blessings that I know you've always wanted. We've released control. So this is what needs to change. You trying to control everything. And I'm going to put this over here with your hard working ass, because that is a part of the problem. You do all this work because you want to control the outcome. You want to control the timing. You have to realize you could do all of this, busting your behind, trying to make all this stuff happen by yourself. You could do all of that and still end up with arrows at you and still end up, in situations you don't like. It's not on your time. You're on divine time. And when it's time for things to grow, they will. The time is now. First quarter moon in Taurus. There's a lot of Taurus energy here. So if you're not a Taurus, like look into the house of Taurus, which is the second house of the zodiac. It's the house of value. This power here, you're really, really going to be transforming and stepping into who you're truly meant to be. Like I'm getting I don't give a energy here anymore. Like I was giving and giving and nobody was giving a to me. So now I don't give a, but you do give, you know, because I'm saying give a F. I'm trying to skip the bad word. You do give a F, and that's why it's important for things to transform and to change, so that you can align with those that are aligned with the energy you're stepping into. Then you don't have to get into a vibration of I don't care and I'm gonna do me and F everybody, because you're gonna have your soul tribe. Why the hell would you want to say F everybody when you have people that match your vibration around you? You know what I mean? So stop trying to control how quickly things manifest. Stop trying to force things to happen. Do what you can in the time that you can with the energy that you are given or that you have. And what you can't do, you cannot do. And what is not happening or moving fast enough for you, it just means it ain't time yet. Okay? Or you're not ready yet, or that's not ready yet, whatever it is. That's it. See the big picture and understand that everything is working in your favor, whether you realize it or not. And the first quarter moon is Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. Is that two Sag cards? Yep, two Taurus and two Sags. So those that aren't aware of the house of Sagittarius, the house of Sagittarius is the house of purpose. It's the house of passage. It's the ninth house, which is a number of completing a cycle and preparing to step in a new one. It's also the house of travel, foreign travel, cultural expansion, and law. With believing your good luck, I feel like what's coming in the next 5 days is something that you're going to feel like it's miraculous. It's either going to be an opportunity that puts you in alignment with your life purpose, or it's going to be an opportunity to culturally expand, travel somewhere outside of the country. So get your passports, group one, and believe in your good luck, because I feel like there's something around those things I just mentioned that makes you kind of worried. And they're saying if you just believe everything is going to be fine, it will be. It really will be. It's a lot with your mind, your mental, my pal ones, that seems to be very important when it comes to the situations you experience. You're like a master manifesting pal that doesn't really fully have a full hold of their gifts, and not realizing that sometimes the sabotage you're experiencing is coming from yourself, pushing too hard, not surrendering, trying to control every outcome and the way everything happens and when it happens. And if it doesn't happen in the allotted time and the way you expected, then you feel like you failed and you go right back into this work mentality. Or you beat yourself up and you're depressed for a while, and then you return to the work mentality. And that is something that has to change. You're lucky. You're one of those people that should affirm everything is always working out for me. That used to be my favorite affirmation, and maybe that's a sign for me to bring it back. Everything is always working out for me, and even when it's not working out for me, it is. You know what I'm saying? Even when it's not going the way you wanted or expected, it's going the way that is best for you. Only the divine knows what's best for you on your journey towards your purpose. Okay? So what are you growing into? What are your Phoenix vibes? With this transformation here, I'm really curious for this pal. So we have new moon. You literally got the card of the new moon. Activation. Your gifts are going to be activated under this new moon energy. If you have any gifts, they could be creative or spiritual. I feel like a lot of them are connected to a past lifetime and they're going to be activated. So you might really feel called to do something that either you've done for a very long time in a different way, or something that you wouldn't even have expected yourself to be doing may all of a sudden creep up and become a passion of yours. Things are being activated within your DNA, all right, that are contributing towards what you're meant to grow into. And who, I mean, you're meant to grow into. We have Divana with protection. You are highly protected, Pile Ones. Very, very protected. I got that when I saw elevated status, and it's like this energy standing around it, around her to cover her. And it's almost like they want you to know you're safe to step into this position. Maybe you've been in leader positions, boss positions, entrepreneur positions, parent positions, teacher positions, where you were hated on or disliked because of how you protected others, or how you tried to keep people safe, and that you cared about and loved. And you have that same protection for yourself. You're in fact stepping into more and more alignment with, I feel like, animal spirit guides protecting you, which is interesting. I literally had a white butterfly follow me today. I went to dump my garbage outside in the can, followed me to the garbage can, and then followed me back to the grass, and then it went its own way. I don't know what that was about, but maybe I was getting protected from something. Now that I'm seeing this. And you have Chango with love. I do feel like for many of you, your heart is going through a healing at this time. So you might be feeling very emotional. You might find yourself crying a lot. You might feel lonely at times. But it's because there's some new level of love you're growing into, you're stepping into with this moon's energy. I feel like you've dealt with a lot of heartache when it comes to love. You've given your love to people who doodled all over it. And they want you to know your heart's protected this time. Nobody's going to do that to you again. Nobody. And it's going to be difficult for you to really accept that, you know. But you're beginning to, with this being in the area of what are you growing into, and Phoenix vibes, you're being resurrected. It's like love, and I don't even call it love. False loves might have tried to take you out. But you're back again, and your heart is open. You're healed, you know. And if you felt like you've done healing work, you've already moved on from any heartache, because everybody automatically assumes heartache is romantic heartache. This could be relationships with friends. This could be relationships with family. It's just that now you're starting to understand what love is. You're having a look at it with fresh new eyes. You're feeling a lot safer in opening up your heart again, because your chakras are getting activated. Your gifts are getting a boost at this time. We have saint or sinner. So what? We're growing into either a saint or a sinner. And Magdalene. I get this card often. I don't know what that means. Maybe I had a past lifetime, but I get Magdalene a lot in the piles I select. So I'm going to read you from the book before I read your last card. So, the assumptions you're making about another person or event could turn out to be completely wrong. Realize that for every theory, there is a contradicting and opposing one. There may be more to this situation than first meets the eye. You're being advised to keep an open mind and heart. All is not necessarily the way it seems. Wow. Remember also that often the judgments we make about others are also judgments we make about ourselves. You will not find peace and fulfillment while holding an I'm right and they're wrong attitude. Accept that there is no single truth that applies universally, and things will become clear. I think you are actually growing into someone that's more mature, who's able to accept that they don't know everything and have the ability to say, hey, okay, I don't know, or you're right, or let's just agree to disagree. I think you are becoming more connected to the energy of judgment, judging other people and other people's thoughts and ideas and opinions. And yeah, that's good. Alrighty. And then Magdalene. Magdalene's card has a poem. And it says, go forth and be true to yourself. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist. In a world full of dreams that stem from your heart. In oneness, love, and hatred. Wonder and awe. Softness and pain. Joy and light. In the stillness, the unknown awaits. Avoid wanting to be filled. Step into it with courage and strength. Like a budding rose reaching for the light. Love will lead you to greener pastures. Keep your pockets full of dreams. Your life is a test of faith. Allow your light to shine. There is no beginning or end. There is only love. Wow. I like that. And what's crazy is I've gotten that card before, but maybe I wasn't in a state of mind where I could absorb all of that, because it hit different today. It hit different. But that's what you're growing into. I do feel like there's something with you with the divine feminine that's very important. You're starting to find that balance between your masculine and your feminine, and embracing the feminine, because I feel like maybe at one point you saw your feminine aspects as a weakness, and they're letting you know it's your strength. Yeah. So lastly, I opened up this book. It says Black Moon, Lilith, and Leo. And that's interesting. But that's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Here it is. So, wait. So, this card is coming through to let you know you are in the process of healing aspects of your self-worth. Okay? And being reminded at this time that you are worthy. And that's what all your new beginnings are coming from. You finally stepping into the light, accepting the status that you deserve, that you're meant for. All right. But it talks about being frustrated over not being paid enough for your work, having negative self-talk about your body because of external opinions. You might feel tension around your worth and value in relationships. But now it's time to heal. This card shows up when the universe wants you to alchemize the shadow holding you back from true abundance. Didn't I say this was the only thing? That if you shift your mindset and you get more into alignment with your worthiness and your value, that you're going to see a big shift when it comes to your abundance and your prosperity. And I think maybe this reading helps with prosperity lies ahead the next 5 days. So something must be clicking and shifting. All right. Trying to see if there's anything else for my pal ones. They're also talking about raising your frequency to attract the respectful treatment you deserve. And that was going to be my final advice. You're treated the way you allow people to treat you. You're paid what you agree to be paid. You are reciprocated back what you show people you require. So the more that you're kind of complacent, the more you don't communicate your truth and suppress it, the more you're going to find that you're undervalued, you're unappreciated. But stepping into the energy of knowing your worth is going to shift everything for you, pal one. Everything. That's really all the advice I have for you. That's what I have for you today. I hope this entire new moon and Leo session helps you in some way, shape, or form. Harness the energy for your benefit. If it resonated at all, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, remember to subscribe to the channel and help this channel of light workers, this family of light, to continue to shine and grow. Remember to read the description as well, because that's how you find out how to join me on my other platforms on Facebook and TikTok. And join my upcoming workshops and my retreat to Guinea, West Africa, Kobo Nessa. I am sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the abundance and prosperity that comes from being a part of this light tribe. Until next time, bye. I'll be back with Pal 2. Hey, Pal 2. Welcome to your session. You were drawn to this moonstone. And Black Moon, Lilith, and Aries with Lead Your Life. As an Aries myself, I thought about choosing the Pal just because of that, but yeah, I didn't. But maybe there's a message here for me as well. I don't know. I'm just thinking because I always say in the moon readings to just choose one Pal, but this one session today almost felt like there might be a message for everybody in each Pal. So anyway, this is your advice, but I do feel that there's an aspect of yourself that needs to start to take control of what you want to come into your life. And with the moonstone, I feel like you might really feel this new moon in a very emotional way. It might have you in your feelings, feeling as if your life is not going the way you planned or you wanted. Feeling like it's not in your power or control. Things are not going the way you desired. This Pal here, this new moon is going to give you like a little bit of an intuitive boost. Okay, so whatever hits you get, epiphanies, aha moments, rock with them, okay? Because they are coming from your guides. They're coming from your connection to your ancestors, to source energy. And some are coming from your higher self, okay? But it is time for you to take some kind of control. It feels like you feel as if your life is like in someone else's hands, or as if you have no choice but to be stuck in a position or situation. It's like you feel like you don't have power to change something. And it's your life. They're kind of like encouraging you, saying all you have to do is go in the direction that you want. All right. And Aries is a very a fearless vibe, all about new beginnings. Okay. It's the house of self. So it's time for you to tap into you. What is it that you want? Where is it you want to go? And this is the perfect time for you to step into alignment with it. So I'm using my Black Moon Lilith cards. Just got these. So yeah, I'm excited. That's where this one came from as well. So the first thing I know is what part of yourself needs to be seen now that you've buried or suppressed. And we have Black Moon, Lilith, and Gemini. Liberate your truth. I said everybody need to listen to each Pal. Pal 1 had truth, communication and truth. You have liberate your truth. Lilith. You literally got Lilith, which is the picture on the cover of the book. It says, Dark Divine Mother of Creation. Y'all are so connected to Pal 1. Pal 1. No, I'm sorry. The other Pals. So I would say Pal 2, you probably can listen to Pal 1 or Pal 3 if you felt drawn to one of them. Because Pal 3 is literally Adam. And Pal 1 has had, I believe, Adama in that Pal. And communicate your truth. So if you felt drawn to power 1 or 3, I would suggest you could check it out. Possibly 3 with all these 3s in my face. But you still got 1 and 1. You got 3, 13, and 1. So yeah, 1 and 3, y'all could go either way. But this is probably your primary message. We have conjunction, becoming whole again. These cards are so beautiful. And coagulation, soul ascension. Oh gosh, y'all got 3, 13, 36, 38, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, y'all might want to check out Pal 3 too if you really felt cold there. So, what part of yourself needs to be seen now that you buried? I do feel like this pal here, there's something with your spiritual gifts that are suppressed that you don't really express or show. Maybe you have a psychic gifts. Maybe you've wanted to tap into them, but there's something that's hindering you. With Liberate Your Truth, I don't feel like so much this pal, like one, it was like communicate. They need to speak. With Liberate Your Truth, I feel like you need to live it. That you are not 100% living your truth. You're not 100% pursuing the things you feel called to. I think this pal here, you're influenced a lot by the opinions of others or what other people are doing, rather than just going your way and doing your thing. That's why you have Lead Your Life as your main card. Dark Divine Mother of Creation. Very powerful. Very powerful divine feminine energy in this group. I do feel that your feminine energy has been misunderstood in the past, and maybe you've suppressed that side of yourself. But it is a creative aspect of you as well, and the side of you that stands strong in their truth. So there's a need for you to allow yourself to embrace the dark divine mother energy that you carry within. It gives you your gifts of creativity, and not just creating artwork, but also creating beings and conjunction, becoming whole again. You do have some desire. Maybe this pal here is single or dating. I'm not really getting that this pal's in a commitment. If you are in a commitment, there's some kind of difficulties with coming together that have been really bothering you. There's something with a mate, because here there's two people, one carrying the other. Here there's two people, and here there's two people coming together. It's giving me the energy that you are suppressing the fact that you really, really need love. You desire your perfect partner. You desire your perfect mate. And if that's not the case, this is a friend. Then you really, really have been suppressing the need to have a soul partner, a bestie, a person that feels like your twin energy. All right. And I think maybe you've withdrawn. Maybe you go out and you do things, but you go by yourself. There's just something with you. Yeah, it's almost like you're with people, but even when you're with people, you're alone. So maybe you're going places solo, but there's people there. Um, it's like you've suppressed a part of yourself that needs companionship, or you're trying to, because it's here big. So you're not doing a very good job at it. Soul ascension. I'm gonna go in the book for that for you, because I feel like that's something that there may be something in here for you with that. So after enduring a period of intense purges, transformation, inner growth, and spiritual work, this is the phase of alchemy when you begin to truly embody your sun, soul's gold in ancient alchemy. When the coagulation card, hope I'm saying that right because I don't use that word like that, coagulation card appears, you are empowered in your purpose and channeling the energy of your sun sign. So this is a card of stepping into your life purpose. there is something here where you may be suppressing that. Maybe you're accepting a job or a position in life that you know damn well is not exactly where you want to be. And you just push that down. But it's like new opportunities will come in, and changes in direction are going to start to manifest for you faster when you release the need to be perfect. This is a perfectionist, pal, I'm hearing. And just become present, more present in your body. Yeah. And you're ready to like bring together all of the healing work you've done so far. It's like it's time for you to embody your highest self and step into your true essence. And you're suppressing an aspect of that. You're suppressing spiritual gifts, maybe because of opinion. You're suppressing your need for a partner or partnership, maybe because you just felt like you couldn't find your match. And then you're suppressing the fact that you don't feel like what you're doing right now is aligned with your life purpose. So these are things that need to come to the surface. You stepping into that life purpose that you know has been calling you. You opening up to love, to date, to go out with friends, and actually allow yourself to heal from past issues. And really stepping into the truth of who you are and what you want to do and where you want to go. Who gives a hell if somebody's like, what is How To doing now? They wasn't doing that before. Trust, I went through that. I am a professional dancer. I've been dancing, teaching, studying since I was 3 years old, nonstop. Once I hit my 40s, I started, well, in my 30s, I started to incorporate spirituality. I was doing it for a very long time, and they would beat me down. The drum and dance circle, they would talk behind my back. I would have subs posted on Facebook about me watering down the culture. People would be in my inbox talking about, oh, this person's writing something. I know they're talking about you because you're doing like femme healing African dance and you're not using live drums. And they're saying that that's not, you're changing tradition. And I was scared for that at first. It made me stop my creativity and go back to teaching beginner basic African dance. And then I said, you know what? Let me get the credentials. Let me, because people don't believe you studied if they don't see a piece of paper. So I started getting certified in everything I wanted to know, everything I wanted to do, and things that I already knew how to do, just so I could have that paper. And even then, there's still going to be people, and there still were people who are like, since when? When did she start doing this? Even though I've been doing it forever. You know? So all that is to say, who cares? People are going to talk if you go after your life purpose. They're going to talk if you don't. Oh, Pal 2 ain't never stepped fully into what they were meant to do. You know? So your advice here, don't suppress your calling. Go for it. And you'll see opportunities start to show up to make it even easier. So where in your life is passion and fun needed right now? We have the High Priestess. You're like very, very intuitive. You are supposed to be incorporating in your intuition into some aspect of your life. I'm not saying you're supposed to be a reader, but maybe you're supposed to learn so you can do it for yourself or for family. Maybe you're meant to learn how to connect more to your ancestors. Maybe you have deceased loved ones who want to be able to contact you more directly and they don't feel like you trust your connection yet. But you have to start to just listen to your intuition. That's what I'm hearing for you. Like, your intuition leads you directly to what you need when you need it. When you need fun, something shows up and intuitively you know I'm supposed to go and do that. Yeah, it's like it's just something with your inner knowing right now that you need to pay attention to. You also have the Ten of Cups. It was reversed, so it's letting me know you need passion and fun in your life when it comes to love and family. A family, it could be a soul family or it could be actually a family of a bloodline. But with the Ten of Cups reversed, it just lets me know that at this time, maybe you feel you're lacking. You don't feel like you have the happy home you want or the family life you want, or maybe you just don't feel like you're surrounded by your soul tribe, your soul family just yet. Um, so you need you need a partner, either a bestie or a lover. It's just that's what I'm feeling is trying to come in for you. Because for whatever reason, Pal 2, your ancestors feel like you would thrive with somebody that you felt was uplifting you. Like this person's uplifting her. This person's literally lifting her. It's like you need that. At this time, and I'm not saying this is what you need all the time, but at this time, it's like you need a support. You need someone who's going to say, you could do it. You got this. It's about to blow up. You about to blow up. You are great. You're amazing. You're talented. You're gifted. You're beautiful, handsome. You're these great things. Oh, if you want to do something together, we can do that too. Let's make it happen. You need a road dog is what I'm hearing. Like, and maybe literally, maybe you need to get a pet. And maybe that'll fill a little bit of a void and help you feel whole again. But there's a need for you to do some heart healing. We have Six of Swords. I think you need a new scenery. Six of Swords is about leaving behind something to go somewhere better. So my pal, or where you're being guided to better shores. So my pal twos, I really feel like you're being guided either to travel at this time or to move homes, to literally move. Because it's like there's no passion or fun wherever you are right now. But traveling or moving can open you back up to that and possibly bring you the Ten of Cups that you seek. We have Queen of Swords. You've been a little too serious lately. You need to be around people who make you laugh. It's like you need laughs right now. You're very wise, you're very intelligent, but it's like I'm hearing all work and no play makes Pal 2 a dull person. You are very focused on your responsibilities. Not so much as Pal 1 is crazy. Pal 1 has overwhelm. You guys, I'm not getting overwhelmed. I'm just getting over focused. You're focused on one thing manifesting to the detriment of everything else. When you focus solely on career, or you focus solely on money, or you focus only on like a certain relationship, you get tunnel vision. And that can cause you to shut out other things trying to come in. And this is giving me a tunnel vision vibe. So I do feel like you need some fun and some passion in your life when it comes to people you partner with or hang out with. You just need people who make you laugh. Because the Queen of Swords has a good sense of humor, but she's guarded as well. And I just feel like, yeah, let your guard down just a little bit so that fun and passionate opportunities for fun and passion can make its way to you. And there it is, come in, Ace of Wands. Literally passion. Where in your life is passion and fun needed now? I do feel like in the bedroom for a lot of you. You need like a fresh new relationship, fresh new energy. I feel like some of you are going after the same person over and over again. That's toxic. I feel like some of you in Pal 2 are putting expectations on a person to be something you want them to be. And it's time for you now to let them be whatever they are and let them go wherever they're going, because it's time for you to move. It's time for you to move on, move forward. There's something greater waiting for you out there that can bring you the 10 of cups that you desire, that you feel like you don't have right now. Queen of Swords, there's an opportunity showing up soon, if not already, for you to bring passion and fun back into your life. It does feel like it involves travel with this beach here in the background, but I am saying, because you do have a lot with boats and water. So for some of you, it could be traveling overseas, but it does feel like travel or moving homes is where it's like what will bring passion and fun back into your life. So let's take a look at moves or changes that are needed or coming in the next 5 days. So let's see. We have faith in your dreams. Yeah, this should be right here by Soul Ascension. Have faith in your dreams. Don't settle, okay? In the next 5 days, you're going to see a dream of yours start to materialize, okay? So to make sure it comes in, maintain your faith. There is something that you've really, 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 really been wanting. I heard a trip somewhere, or a promotion, or the love of your life, or all of the above. But the more you believe it possible, in the next 5 days, you may see some results. Okay, what else we got? A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Well, there's your confirmation. Just said that. So next 5 days, it's an opening of energy for romance to make its way in. That's if you're open to it. If you're not really looking for a partner, an intimate partner, or even if you already have a partner you're intimate with, then this has to do with you really falling in love with something you're doing, or something that you've always dreamt of doing. It's going to come in and it's just going to feel like a romance between you and whatever this dream was. But next 5 days, y'all, new romantic cycle begins. So if you are single or dating or in a situationship, this is your sign that someone new is where the romance will come into your life. For others of you, if you're in a committed relationship already, you're going to see the romance turn up in the next 5 days. And those of you that aren't even interested in any type of nothing, just know that I feel like, part two, you're going to be attracting a lot of people in the next 5 days. So you might get a lot of attention, all right? You might be getting a lot of attention next 5 days. Because this dream that comes in, I feel like it's life-changing. It's like justice. It's what you deserve. So maybe you're going to clear some karma that's going to allow this to come in. Or maybe you were losing hope, and this reading here is going to inspire your faith renewal. Whatever the case may be, that's what's coming in the next 5 days. You also have Enchanted, Moonlight. And Changes, Quicksilver Moon. So the next 5 days, the changes that are going to happen in your life are going to be coming in very quickly. I do feel like it may feel almost dreamlike or magical in a sense. But I do feel like in the next 5 days, you're going to shift out of this energy of sword in hand, and into an energy that feels more like you're floating and flying and carefree, knowing you're protected, knowing that you're safe and covered. Huge changes coming in the next 5 days. There's a lot of water in this read. Water, 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 water. A water animal. It's just you are meant to go overseas, or there is something healing about water for you, and you need to get by a lake, a river, or a beach, not a pool. Okay? But in the next 5 days, I think you're going to have the opportunity to have an experience that's going to feel very magical. And that's just what I'm getting. Like the next 5 days is just going to feel magical to you, the things that are occurring. So, what other moves or changes are needed or what's coming in? So, last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. This is a change that is needed. Get your priorities in order. My pal twos, perhaps you've been focusing so hard on one thing like career, just focusing on that. And you got to prioritize what is most important. Even if you're just focusing on career, prioritize what is it you want to do, why, what is the most important, why, and go with that. um you know, and I do feel like it's also a scream at you to prioritize yourself at times as well. What are your priorities? What are your values? And that's how you find your priorities. What do you value? What do you believe in? All right. So the next 5 days, start to reflect on your priorities. And even if you can, list dreams and goals and then put them in order of when or how you will pursue them. And you might see that there's some that you just don't feel in alignment with anymore and end up just scratching them off your list. You also have practice gratitude, last quarter moon in Sagittarius. So for the next 5 days, get into an energy of gratitude. Okay? Be appreciative of everything, even things in the past, because you wouldn't be where you are and who you are without those past situations. Um, Write in a journal. I feel like this pal here, you need to journal. Make a list of your priorities, get them in order. Make a list of the things you're grateful for. Every day, reflect on that. The more you do that, the more you're going to see these miraculous changes in your romantic life and in your manifestation of your dreams coming in. So, what are you growing into? Or what are your Phoenix vibes? We have healing, Isis. So it does feel like you are healing where you are not stepping into your true calling. That's what I feel. Where um you're suppressing things that you really desire. And it's because of wounds to the heart. Most of the wounds are going to be to the heart. When the heart is hurt, that affects everything else. Your confidence can go down, so that affects the solar plexus. Your creativity, your authenticity, your ability to stand in your true light may feel blocked. There goes your sacral chakra. You don't feel safe. You don't feel supported. There goes your root chakra. So I think you're growing into, or your Phoenix vibes right now are one of healing. You've been resurrected from whatever past crap you had to go through, as all of us light workers have books we could write about what we have to go through. Um, but I feel like you're beginning a healing now, and you realize, or you're gonna be realizing, that you still do need to do some self healing. I feel like this pal didn't realize it or was in doubt, like, I'm good. My past, I'm done with it. But Spirit is saying no. It's left residue. And that's why you might feel like you're getting repetitive cycles. Maybe you get a new job and it feels like it's going down the same path. Um, you get in another relationship, it feels like it's mirroring one you were in before. It's because you have to take time to heal from those experiences and get your priorities in order. Once you have your priorities in order, you won't deal with anything that's not in alignment with your values. You have eclipse, uncertainty, and chaos. So I do feel like you're becoming more calm when it comes to having to deal with change. You're growing into someone who now knows how to ground and find peace when it feels like there's chaos around you. So I do feel like you might look like somebody who people are like, it's like crazy in here, but Pal2 is just sitting there chilling and calm, because you know how to go within, you know how to connect to the earth. um you're going to be doing you're growing and healing at the same time. It gives me the energy that you're listening to spirit now. You're following where you're being guided. And being that this is like the beginning card, it makes me feel like you're finally ready to follow where you're being guided and get the healing that is necessary for you to manifest your purpose. And you have Hecate, magic. So I kept saying it feels like your spiritual gifts are getting an enhancement at this time. Well, I think one of the things you're growing into is accepting that you may be very psychically inclined or intuitive, or an energy reader or a vibration feeler, or you might be really good with herbs, and there's just something with you finally growing into the magic within you and accepting it and embracing it. Where I feel like in the past you were kind of like, it's interesting and I feel drawn to learn more about these spiritual gifts, but there was like some kind of hesitancy or fear that got in the way. Well, now these things are developing. Your intuition, I feel like, is the magic, where you're going to be getting epiphanies and stuff like that are going to show you immediately how to get out of chaos and how to get clarity when you feel uncertain. Ascension. Ain't that crazy? Soul ascension, and ascension is right under it in from a whole nother deck. And surrender. Yeah, you guys could go either way, PAL 1 or PAL 3 as your backup PAL. Because PAL 1 needs to surrender. But Ascension, like this PAL here. But anyway, let me go to the book. So I already know that you're starting to surrender. That's one of the things you're growing into. You're starting to realize that by using force, that's not going to make anything manifest faster if that ain't the divine time for it to manifest. If everything's not in alignment, if you're not ready for it, it's just not going to happen. And now realizing that, I think, or once you realize it, if you still ain't realizing it, once you realize that, you're going to get a lot more rest, a lot more peace of mind, and you're going to see things just start to change and flow. All right, because you're letting go. You're not in the way. And ascension, I'm going to read you from the book. It says, trying to gain a higher spiritual state of awareness may feel like a long and slow process. Yet remember that a part of you exists always in a higher spiritual state. Higher consciousness is a knowing and wisdom far beyond words or explanation. It is your true nature, the eternal light of your soul. There's no point trying to reach it, just as there is no point in trying to escape your physical reality. To ascend spiritually is to accept and love your physical reality. Higher consciousness means being fully present in each moment. Stop trying to reach it, and you may just realize you're already there, and there's surrender. So they're already telling you, maybe you finally stopped trying to reach it, but you are growing into a higher spiritual state of awareness. You just have to surrender. You can't keep trying to reach it. Like, if I do this, I will ascend higher. If I study this, I'll ascend higher. They're saying you're already ascending. Magic, high priestess, you're already ascending, dark divine mother of creation. But if you push, you get in the way, like I said. So they're asking you at this time to surrender. And perhaps it's easier for you now because this question was, what are you growing into? And I guess the ability to let go and let God. And that brings me to your last card, which was Black Moon, Lilith, and Aries, lead your life. And I feel like there's really not much more to say about that. It's time for you to stop letting people outside of you, stop letting social media influence you. Stop letting outside energies influence the direction of your life, and step into the leadership role. Go where you want to go. Do what you want to do. Who cares what people think or their opinions? This is an Aries energy you got here. Aries are, people like to say we're self-centered. That's not true. Toxic Aries, maybe, yeah. But Aries will be damned if somebody gonna lead them where they want them to go. No, Aries is gonna be like, this is the way I want to go. So they're asking you to tap into that inner fire and direct your life. Don't just and surrender doesn't mean I do nothing. Surrender means I don't force. It means I do what I do, but I'm not going to do anything that's pushing something to happen. So that's like you want a raise at work. At this time, they would probably advise you to start to do things to show you want this raise, like come in early, leave a little later, do little side jobs that aren't really expected of you. And they're saying what you want will come in. But if you are like, I want to raise, and at this time you decide, and I'm talking about at this time, because we're new moon in Leo energy, all right? At this time, if you rolled up in your job like, I ain't doing nothing until I get a raise, or I'm going to go in there right now, I'm going to tell them I need more money. That's going to kill everything, because it's going to, this power here, you're learning to rely on divine timing and not force stuff that's not meant for you, and not force stuff that's not meant for you in that moment. And so you're being taught to surrender, but at least find your direction. You know what I'm saying? Find a direction without pushing. I hope that made sense, because that's what I got for you, my pal twos. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up, especially if you enjoyed this entire New Moon in Leo session. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Mina Hextall Suma, and I am your intuitive guide. Remember to subscribe so that you get notified when I'm live again. And everybody read the description. It tells you about what I got coming up, how to join me on my other platforms, as well as how to join me on my upcoming retreat to Guinea, West Africa, December 30th. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with part 3. Till next time. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, pal 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the quartz crystal pyramid. I love this. This was my second choice, pal. The crystal called to me more so than the top card. All right. And you were drawn to Adam, dark divine father of creation. So my pal 3s, I am getting that you have some issues with the divine masculine. It could either be within you or outside of you. So if you were drawn to this pal, you either need to find a balance within you of your divine feminine and your divine masculine, and not just let the dark divine masculine exist, but alchemize it, turn it into light. There is a positive energy behind competitiveness sometimes, and action, taking action and being ambitious and going after what you want. And there's also a light side to being sensitive and nurturing and compassionate. There's a need for you to combine those two. Some of you, maybe you're more saturated in the feminine, or you're more saturated in the masculine. And then for others of you, what I'm hearing, and this is probably going to include me, there are some healing, there's some issues you have around father wounds. Either your father was absent, either he wasn't great when he was present. Maybe you have a mate who is the father of your children that is just a terrible relationship. Whatever it is, if you have an issue with a masculine, a father figure in your life, that needs some healing, because what it's done is it's distorted your view of the divine masculine. And it could cause you to either suppress it within yourself or overcompensated within yourself in order to match what you feel the energy of a divine masculine is. Like kind of being a father to yourself, covering, feeling, because the father energy feels protective and, well, it's supposed to. And it feels like maybe this pal, you didn't always feel protected or safe. Maybe your father left or passed away, or I'm not really getting passed away as the issue. So if you're here and your father's deceased and you had a great relationship with that person, then your issue is you have an imbalance in the divine masculine energy within you. However, if you are if you didn't have a great relationship with them, whether they're living or deceased, this is what needs to heal, because it's distorting your view of not just divine masculine energy, but of masculine people, period. Maybe seeing them as aggressive, as pushy, as not disloyal, um, flighty, not seeing a masculine energy as offering stability. And that's a shift that's needed at this time for you. So how you can do that, maybe that will come up in the readings. But for some of you, it can require communicating with the person that you have father wounds with, if possible. And if not, I guess they're just telling me now, write a letter, get everything out. And you don't have to give it to the person. You could just burn it. Spirit will take that for you. And then you can feel lighter and not feel so heavy, like you're carrying these wounds. So let's see what part of yourself needs to be seen now that you've possibly buried. Oh, shoot. By the way, these cards come from a new deck I got, Black Moon Lilith. And I will read from the book on if I feel called to. So your first card says Calcination, Dark Night of the Soul. What else does Pile 3 need to let be seen that they've buried? We Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio, Sexual Alchemy. The Moon, Intuition and Emotional Healing. And Putrefaction, Shadow Release. Wow. I think I'm going to book for this card. So, I feel like for this pal, and I didn't even go into your crystal, because with this quartz pyramid, it just gives me an energy that you're very clear, like on certain things. I don't feel like you're here blind, like having no direction, not really knowing, what you need in your life at this time, not knowing your goals and your priorities. I feel like this pal here, you kind of got that. There's just something with, I don't know why I feel like you're meant to inspire people in some way. I'm seeing reflections in here, and just makes me feel like there's something about you that you can do that will help people find direction or get clear on something. I'm not really exactly seeing what that is, but it's like you can offer a clarity of something. And I feel like a lot of it comes from things you've gone through. Like all of your cards are giving me darkness. And then it looks like finally the dark is clearing. Where it says shadow release. Isn't that interesting? From dark night of the soul to releasing your shadow. And when you're in a dark night of the soul, that's literally what you're doing. You're working through past traumas. You're working through emotions that are coming to the surface, and you're trying to find out from where. You're um, may experience overwhelm from that conditioned inner child voice. Um, it's a lot with the dark night of the soul. You can really feel hopeless during that time and feel like you're going to just be in the dark with no direction forever. But with your pyramid here, I know that you've gotten through it. But what I'm also hearing is you've suppressed your darkness, and maybe there is a need to release it. Now, with sexual alchemy, I do feel like for this power, you may suppress your sexual desires and energy to an extent. You may find maybe you're at an age where you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that, or showing that, or dressing like that, or going to that party or event. Or maybe you're not confident in your physical or whatever, or you just don't feel connected to that aspect of yourself, because that does mean there could be some issues with the sacral chakra. But I feel like you've suppressed this energy within yourself. This maybe just the fact that you are sexy, you know what I'm hearing? Like maybe you didn't want to be seen in that way as maybe a sex symbol, or I'm getting at for some of you, did not want to be looked at in a sexual way. So you kind of suppress that energy. And many of you here are very, very tapped into your masculine energy, especially if you're a fire sign, you're gonna be. And that can cause you to forget to alchemize energies when it comes to sex and romance and things of that nature. Now at the moon, you may also be suppressing feelings that you've had for a long time. And for others of you, you may be suppressing your inner knowing, your intuition. But I'm hearing with emotional healing, your intuition will increase, because I feel like there may be some distrust to your intuition based off of feeling like it's caused wounds in the past. Maybe you felt like you trusted yourself before, and because of that, you went through a lot of dark nights of the soul. And now you may be hesitant and suppressing it. Maybe you were judged for it. Maybe you were told you were too sensitive and over emotional, and you started to suppress. These are things that need to come to the surface at this time. Okay? 3 is another powerful number for you. You got master number 33 over here. You have 23 and 37. So that's 333 and 3. Okay? I believe Power 1 had the same thing. Had like 3s in theirs. So something significant with the number 3 with you. I don't know, but you'll find out. Anyway, what part of yourself needs to be seen now? Well, your sexual self, your sexy side, your energy that is connected to your physical, loving your body. I feel like maybe you have body images, this group here, your body image issues. Love on your body. Stop hiding it. Stop suppressing your desire to explore your sexy, you know? I'm hearing, and I haven't listened to this song in like 100 years, but I kept hearing, I'm bringing sexy back. So maybe you need to listen to that song by Justin Timberlake. But there's some about you getting back into that energy a little. Yeah. And it's interesting, it's right beside what looks like someone fertile. So some of you are suppressing a desire to want to have children, or you're pregnant and you're hiding it. Whatever the case may be, these are things that need to come to the surface. If you're in a relationship and you have these issues, you need to explain to your mate. Now with shadow release, I do feel like that's like a culmination of working through that dark night of the soul and healing your emotions, healing your sexual blocks, and then finally being able to release this energy. Yes, standing up strong, solid. And with the skeletal, the bones here, just makes me think, just shed it, let go of everything, releasing everything to start anew. It's time for you to stop hiding the work you've done on self. I feel like maybe you've gone through a lot of spiritual healing work, a lot of things you've been through that have damaged or hurt you emotionally, and you suppress. This pile is giving me that every person that has hurt you, almost none of them realize it or care, and that has put you in that dark night of the soul and caused you to suppress how you feel. Many of you, others of you, I feel like you came up with a father figure or you had a masculine around you that caused you to feel like you couldn't express yourself emotionally or even sexually for some of you. And it's time for you to stand strong in the work that you've done or that you are doing at this time on yourself. Yeah. For whatever reason, remember I said I kept seeing the reflections? That's what it is. It's like people see themselves in you when you share the experiences you've been through. And they also feel like, oh my God, well, if pile three went through that, and look at them, they here, they still standing, they still pushing, then why can't I? And there's something with your journey that's meant to be shared and not suppressed, because this feels like a journey to feeling liberated and free. Wow. Okay. Pile three. Where in your life is passion and fun needed right now at this time? And I'm going to go to Tarot. You have the Five of Pentacles reversed. It already lets me know, like, okay, I'm going to put out all the cards because I always do that. I start going, you lay them all out. You have the Page of Cups reversed. You have the Six of Wands. Now, this was probably upright. I did flip the deck over in my hand, but I'm going to take it how it showed up now. Six of Wands reversed. Wait, I'll just line these up here first. You have the Eight of Cups. And the Nine of Cups. Wow. Straight off the back, I know there's something you need to leave behind to get your wish fulfillment. So, where is the passion needed in your life? With Five of Pentacles reverse, Page of Cups reverse, and the Six of Wands reverse. It's like you need to find your soul family. I feel for one, you need to find that group of people that are your, that are your people. I also feel for some of you, you need some kind of, you need to celebrate successes. I feel like you spend a lot of time beating yourself up for things that didn't go the way you thought, or for dealing with people that came off like pages of cups that wanted to offer you their love, even friends, only for them to turn around and show like, oh, I was using it as a means to reach something else. So I do feel like you need new friendships, or that's coming in, but like I feel like your person, you need your people. And you felt kind of abandoned a lot, either when it came to finances, just felt like you didn't have it, or like you just didn't fit in certain places. So I do feel like at this time, you need some fun and passion to return to your life, when it comes to, I feel like a feeling of belonging. I feel like this pal here, you feel like you don't belong anywhere. Like you don't feel like you have a community or a circle that you belong in. And if that's true, welcome, because this is your family of light here. But I'm seeing here that there's something you really care about that might keep you in this energy of feeling like a failure, feeling like you're offered false love and support, and feeling as if people turn their backs on you, or you're left out in the cold, or you never have enough money. I don't know what this is here. Now, I might need to get clarity because I feel like I'm trying to see where exactly, and it's pointing in like two, three different directions. But whatever it is, and I am going to get to the bottom of it, you're meant to leave it behind at this time. You're meant to leave it behind, okay? Because when you do, your wish fulfillment will come in. What you want will come in. And this is what you need. This is what I'm almost hearing. In your life, where's passion and fun needed right now? You're almost like Pile 1. Everywhere. In everything. Yeah, I'm just getting an energy that there is something here that makes you feel unloved, overlooked, unsuccessful, that you need to walk away from in order to get to that wish fulfillment. What is it? No, we're going to let me find another deck here that I feel like can give me a clear answer of what it is you need to walk away from that has you feeling in that energy. I'm trying to debate if I should use a tarot deck or oracle card. I'm going to do tarot. Let's just grab whatever. Okay, so let's get some clarity. What exactly is Pile 3 being told they need to walk away from in order to have passion and fun in their lives again? Okay. 9 of Swords is something that stresses you out. I feel like it's something that you worry about. You don't get sleep over. It could be your money, career, or just feeling lonely. I'm going to get another card of clarity from the Pile 3s. What is it that has them in this energy that they need to leave behind? 7 of Wands. It's something you're standing, it's something you really don't want to leave behind. It's like you're standing your ground with this. It's like you've been holding on to it. Maybe people have been telling you, stop, this is not good for you. Or you've been feeling that. But for whatever reason, you're feeling like you have to stand in it. Because with 8 of Cups, it lets me know there's some love there. So I don't know if it's a relationship with someone. Can I get one more card of clarity, and then I won't bother y'all no more, because maybe we're supposed to intuitively, or you guys are supposed to intuitively know what they're talking about. So if they give me another vague answer, I already know they're saying no. Pile 3, we'll figure it out. The Emperor. Ain't that crazy? Adam and the Emperor. It's the same energy, y'all. It's a masculine, a boss. So there's a father figure in your life that either made you feel abandoned, made you feel like you weren't successful, maybe made you feel like you weren't loved. This could be a father of yours. It could be a father figure. It could be a boss, somebody you work for. It could be a husband, an ex-husband, a boyfriend, whatever the case may be. It's like, why are you staying in this? Why are you keeping this energy around you? I'm not saying there's something wrong with this Emperor, but there's something wrong with the relationship between you and this Emperor. If this Emperor makes you feel this way, and it might not even be their doing, because they didn't come out reversed. They came out right side up, which lets me know this Emperor is just being themselves. They're not intentionally trying to do anything to hurt you. And Maybe it's your father. It's someone you don't want to let go of, but they really stress you out. They really hurt you, or you worry about them a lot. It could be an ex-husband. Whatever the case may be, it's like you're reluctant to, but this person is triggering things in you that you've been releasing or working on trying to release and come to terms with. And it may be that this person or your worries about this person are what's in the way of you reaching your wish fulfillment. You might have to just walk away from them, or you may have already. Is what I'm hearing for some of you. What's at the bottom? The lovers. So for others of you, this is literally somebody you was in a romantic relationship with, or you are still, and there's a need to make a choice. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to choose between two different people, but possibly two different things you love. And that could be that person in yourself, that person in your kids, that person in your career. But whatever it is, a choice has to be made. Yeah. Knight of Swords, King of Swords. Oh, you're going to know who it is really soon, because this person's going to make it obvious. They're going to say something. They're coming in quick. This is not somebody that you have to probably reach out to. With that, when I saw the Knight of Swords there, let me know this person wants to talk to you already. And they may be coming in very quickly. And maybe the discussion you have causes you to have to walk away from them. Or it could shift everything. Who knows? But whatever the case may be, your wish fulfillment is waiting to come in. What you want is waiting to come in the moment you reclaim the passion and fun in your life. And I think this Emperor is a little not on the fun side right now. It's a little too serious. So you might have to walk away from them, or just get your energy in check. Do the emotional healing necessary, and you'll be all right. So let's see moves or changes that are needed or coming in for you in the next 5 days. So you have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio. Everybody's pals have been so synchronized. So it lets me know this pal is going through a huge change, transformation. Your life is like totally changing. Which you going through the dark night of the soul and shadow release lets me know you are already in alignment with the transformation. But a change that needs to be made in the next 5 days is you to get out of this state of fear and go after something that you deserve, that you want. It could be a relationship or a career, home, a trip, whatever it is. This is new moon energy. So the time is now to start to do the things that you are afraid of. It's time for you to work through fears that have been holding you back from progressing. And you have hold your vision. So it does feel like something that you've been wanting is going to be coming in soon in the next 5 days. You just have to maintain the vision of what you want. Don't start to doubt. Don't start to shift out of alignment with it. Hold the vision of what you're calling in. For this pal here, I feel like doing guided visualizations would be very helpful for you, or just daydreaming what it is you want to manifest, and you'll see it start to manifest. Seriously. We have moon dance, celebration. The next 5 days, you may be celebrating something, not even maybe, literally. You're going to be celebrating something. It could be a healing that you feel, yes, I accomplished, or it could just be a job. Now, I'm upset I put them cards away because I want clarity. What are y'all celebrating, my pal threes? I'm nosy. You have boundaries, out of bounds moon. So you are being advised to set clear boundaries. And I was going to say maybe not so high, but this card is interesting that it's coming out because I was literally having issues just the day before recording this with a family member and boundaries. Feeling like when they call on me, I'm available, but when I call on them, they're never inconveniencing themselves in any way to help me. And I was telling myself I need to set better boundaries, then I can't be upset when this happens, but it's my fault. And I feel like that's advice for you for the next 5 days. Set clear boundaries. Teach people how to treat you, and you're gonna see that energy shift. All right. I'm coming back to this. Don't think I forgot, because I'm nosy. I want to know what you're celebrating. So, the last quarter moon in Taurus, what is happening for you in the next 5 days? Be proud of yourself. I do feel like this pal has accomplished a lot already, and you don't acknowledge it. You don't celebrate your accomplishments. You don't. Yeah, and I also feel for this pal, and this may be for some of you, feeling as if others don't celebrate you. Maybe you've spent time, maybe with social media, maybe you've been invited to events and parties where people were celebrating someone, honoring somebody, giving somebody love, or something. And you've never had that for you. Your guides are saying in the next 5 days, something's going to happen that's going to make you very proud. But the only way that's going to come in is if you start to already look at the things you've accomplished and find pride in yourself. Okay? And what else? Make time for self-love. Last quarter moon in Libra. So I do feel in the next 5 days, you're going to have a little bit more time for you. Okay? Maybe you haven't felt like you had enough time to take care of you, to love on you, to nurture you. Well, the next 5 days, that's about to change. And maybe that's what you're celebrating. But I do see you having some time to love on you, to make sure your healing process is happening and completing. And now I'm about to be nosy. Get my cards again. So could I get like a little idea of what Pal 3 may be celebrating in the next 5 days? What will Pal 3 be celebrating in the next 5 days? Four of Swords came through reverse. You will be celebrating rest and healing. Either rest and relaxation or healing. Some of you may be celebrating an opportunity to do so, because this is giving me camping or retreat or trip somewhere. But something healing, because he's just chilling. He's resting. He's not even rowing. He's like, wherever this goes, I'm good. And you may be really celebrating an opportunity that comes in for you to rest. Four of Swords reverse always makes me feel like someone who has been healing, and resting and taking care of self, finally starting to be able to emerge. But with it reversed, it could also mean burnout, like overdoing it to the point where now you're forced to have to rest. But I do feel like there's some kind of opportunity for you to take a break. And then for others of you, an opportunity for you to go somewhere where you can take a break and rest and relax, like a retreat or a camping trip or just going out into nature. We also have the Queen of Wands coming through. So, and let me get one more, and I'll stop bothering y'all. And the Two of Pentacles. With the Queen of Wands, it did come through reverse. It lets me know that maybe you're going to be healing self-esteem. You're going to be celebrating that you are stepping into your value. Because here with it reversed, it lets me know you didn't see how abundant and magical you really are. You're a master manifester. With this 33 here, I know that you are a master manifester. Okay? Master manifester. And maybe you don't always see it or have faith, or you were losing faith. But whatever healing process or whatever you're doing, or the rest that you get, is going to bring you back into alignment with something. With the Two of Pentacles here, it's letting me know you're going to accomplish two things equally. Maybe at one point people was like, you ain't going to be able to juggle these things. You're going to accomplish two big things, it feels like, in the next 5 days. Or you might feel like, oh my God, this is popping off and I was already doing this. This was what I was working on and now I have to juggle or decide. You may be celebrating coming out of a rest or a healing period and having opportunities come in that boost your self-esteem and your confidence. Five of Swords. It's like you're going to defeat competition where there may have been people who were intentionally getting in your way. I see that coming to an end and you being able to maintain it looks like two big things that are going to be bringing you some prosperity or income. And you're going to be able to balance it. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you can't balance it. You may have to take a few things off your plate and narrow it down to two things, but you can do it. All right. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Do you know you are also a master at whatever it is you consider yourself to do in this world? It could be a hobby or a career. Whatever you consider your niche, you've mastered it. But with the Eight of Pentacles here, it was reversed. It lets me know that it's time for you to see that. And maybe this is what you're celebrating. Maybe you're finally getting recognized and recognition, and maybe where you thought nobody was seeing you, you completed this healing process, they're going to see you. Yeah. You're going to be seen and recognized. And I do see you being able to, what you put energy towards, I see it being reciprocated. So if you are working on something right now, I feel like you're going to celebrate that it's going to manifest. It's going to happen. And a part of me feels like it's something you don't think is going to manifest or happen. So be prepared. Maybe that's why that Four of Swords was there, for you to rest, because I do feel like something's coming that is going to get things going. Okay? And whatever it is, it does require you to have boundaries. You need to be proud of yourself for things you've done in the past and things that are coming in. Hold your vision. Work through your fears. And make time for self-love. You saw that Four of Swords reverse, so it's necessary for the next 5 days for you. Okay? So, what are you growing into? What are the Phoenix vibes for my pile 3? You have Lakshmi with prosperity. So you're growing more prosperous at this time, and maybe opening up more to the idea that it's possible. This pile is giving me like, I was clear, I was confident, I was good, and then I started to have an overload of experiences that caused me to start to doubt. Well, now you're growing into an energy of prosperity. So maybe you're coming from Five of Pentacles reverse, which is feeling broke and left out in the cold and hopeless, to feeling like, whoa, prosperity overnight. Maybe this is more of what you're celebrating. What else are you growing into? We have Halia with strength. So you're becoming much stronger than you have been in the past. Maybe you have felt, that you're very over the top vulnerable, and that could have caused you to suppress that. And here you're being encouraged to allow your emotions to surface. Once they've healed, you'll be able to express them in a healthier way. And you have 22. That's double numbers. You're like really a master manifester, and you have to realize it. Things that you desire would be coming in a lot quicker once you realize that you can bring it into fruition. And you have Mama Kila wisdom. You've been through a lot. You've seen a lot. You're actually growing into an elder energy. If you're young, you're a very old soul, and it's activating that old soul. And that's a good thing, because what it does is it activates your ability to alchemize your experiences into knowledge, and alchemize that experience and knowledge so that it gives birth to wisdom, and you are much wiser. So I do feel like you're growing into someone who's going to be very wise, very strong, and very prosperous. Okay? You also have the Lovers. So I do see for some of you a relationship. Maybe you're learning to love again and to embrace love and to be open to love and to realize that, oh, excuse me, that true love is possible and miracles. Well, there you have it. So, yeah. I think the more you grow into your wisdom, things are going to be happening that are going to feel miraculous. Like you're going to be like, "Oh my God, I couldn't believe that happened," or "I can't believe that that happened." Yeah, that's why they're saying hold your vision and work through your fears, because your guides are at work for you. And with this pal, I'm feeling ancestral energy. I almost heard star seed too. So some of you here may identify star seeds. Um, I'm hearing past lifetimes connected to Egypt. Isn't that interesting to get the Ankh and the pyramid here is what you were drawn to? So I do feel like maybe past lifetime in Egypt. Yeah. Let me read you the Lovers. And the Lovers has a poem, and it says, "Through you, I see what I otherwise cannot see. The reflection of a star, so bright that its light fills heaven. Glimmering creations, floating out to sea. Love and heavenly bodies. Your love forever unfolds, forever illuminates, through endless cycles and seasons. God and Goddess dream through us." You're literally, it feels like you're growing into either having a very deep love relationship after having healed and released whatever wounds you got from this masculine energy, or you are strengthening your bond with the Most High. All right. And with miracles, or with you strengthening your bond, also could be with your family, with just whoever feels like they sincerely love you and you love them. And miracles, it says your determination, commitment, and perseverance is about to pay off, and all you have worked towards will soon manifest. Wow. It will soon be time to celebrate your achievements. However, you are cautioned not to get too elated. Thank the universe for all you achieve and keep focused. Do not lose sight of your original purpose. Hold your vision. All right. And hold on to your intentions. Now, keep in mind that all you do should not only serve you, but also those around you. In doing this, the universe will continue to guide you and offer its assistance. Visualize, did not just say this power should visual, y'all, the power needs to visualize, and that's they're saying. Visualize your work and influence reaching larger numbers of people. Imagine this happening with ease and only in ways that make you feel comfortable. It takes no more effort to think big than to think small. And remember that a miracle is always possible, no matter what situation you find yourself in. That's your reading. That's all. I mean, this was a long one. I spent over 30 minutes on you, Pal 3. So y'all best to listen to this and do what you guys to do to heal these father wounds or divine masculine energy imbalance within you, because once that's complete and you are able to tap back in to your intuition and your emotions with balance and grounded energy, and you release your shadow, oh my God, the miracles that are going to come in, the things you're going to be celebrating, the things you're going to manifest, the wish fulfillment that you're going to receive is going to feel miraculous. And that's what I got for you, Pal Threes. I hope that this entire new moon in Leo session was great for you. And if it resonated in any way, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Amina Hextor Suma, and I'm your intuitive guide. Remember to subscribe so that you'll be notified whenever I upload or I'm going live. And read the description. It tells you about all the other ways we could vibe on the other platforms I'm on, such as my Sacred Space on Facebook, my TikTok account. I'm there rarely though. But there's a lot of content there. So it may be something there that calls to you. You could check it out. And go to my website, thesumacenter.com, so that you could register for the retreat to Guinea, West Africa. I'm sending y'all so much light and love in your journey, and I can't wait to meet you guys on the retreat. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies, all the prosperity, all the wish fulfillment, all the miracles, all the wisdom, all of the healing that comes from being a part of this family of light. Until next time, guys. Love you. Bye.